What's up everyone, Chris here, 4Shift Fitness, and I'm coming to you today recovering from being sick. I've been back to work for about a week and a half, 2 weeks now, and I wanted to get on and talk about what got me sick. Not the people coming into work sick thing, I'll definitely mention that, but I narrowed it down to 2 or 3 things that I do consistently, and when I look at those things, I don't know how I couldn't get sick all the time, right? So the first thing is, my stress level is, and especially before I got sick, my stress level was pretty high. Speaking in front of people is a little bit stressful, projects are a little bit stressful, but most of my stress comes from just the anxiety and overthinking kind of thing. Before I got sick this last time, just a few weeks ago, I was definitely doing that, and I noticed it, and I'm working on trying to do better at that and learn how to deal with that, but it was something that was very high, a very high level of stress in my life because of that. The second thing is, I'm constantly dehydrated. It's kind of the way I operate. Drink a lot of coffee, don't drink a lot of anything else. My performance suffers, or I just know I'm dehydrated. So I'm constantly dehydrated. It's a battle that I'm always fighting. And the third thing is that it's kind of a chronic thing, obviously, for first responders, but specifically the shifts leading up to getting sick, I was severely sleep deprived. Not only on shift, but Nathan was getting up at home, and I look back and over 4 or 5 shifts, I had gotten 2 to 3, maybe 4 hours of sleep each shift before I got sick. So over the course of a week and a half or 2 weeks, I was almost 30 hours short on sleep. So those things all kind of come together, and when you look at them, you're stressed out, you're dehydrated, and you're sleep deprived. It makes sense that you get sick. So I put a few measures in place because now I've been back to work for 3 shifts, and of those 3 shifts, I'm already about 8 to 10 hours short on sleep, depending on how much sleep you think you should get or how much sleep you think you need. So, first thing is, the stress and the overthinking, the anxiety, that's just something that I'm working on, right? And it's out of my scope to tell you how to do it specifically for you, but I can tell you that if you deal with that too, we're gonna learn this thing together and we'll figure it out. So that's gonna be an ongoing process, right? Number 2 was, I'm always dehydrated. So I took a little bit of drastic measure on this one, which is pretty normal for me, and I stole from Katie, and I got this thing. Oh, it's just monster bottle from Costco for like 10, 12 bucks. Will I still be dehydrated? For sure. But I'll have this enormous reminder here with a very cool 4Shift sticker on it to remind me to drink as much as possible throughout the day. This is 64 ounces, okay? If I drink 1.5 of these things, I'm good. I also started taking these little powder pack things. Now, these are the emergency ones. We got some from Target too. They were just their generic brand or whatever it is. I don't know if they work. I don't know, okay, but there's a couple of good points to remember with this. First of all, maybe they do work. This is a little, 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C and immune support. Let's just say they work. Well, then good, okay? The other thing I'm all about is the placebo effect. Let's say these are just nothing. Well, maybe I think I'm doing myself some good, and I'll take that victory. The third thing is, even if this doesn't do anything, at the very least, worst case scenario, I'm drinking an extra glass of water to take it down. So I'm working on my hydration goal, okay? Now the third thing, sleep deprived. You're gonna be sleep deprived. That's just the way this job goes. But you can do a few things on the back end of it to try to mitigate it. First thing is, sleep deprived. Understand how your workouts and your daily routine may have to change. Now you still gotta do the stuff you gotta do, right? But the extra stuff, the really stretching yourself too thin, the really doing the extra thing, the extra workout, the extra push, whatever, that stuff might have to wait until you're in a better state to perform, or else you're just gonna drive yourself deeper into that deprived state. The other thing is, you can't really pre-sleep. You can't sleep for something that's gonna happen a couple days from now, but you can absolutely pay back your sleep debt. So if I'm 8 to 10 hours short over the past week and a half, I can make a conscious effort to pay that back maybe a couple hours over the course of this week of napping or sleeping in a little bit later, going to bed early. Like I said, you can't pay it forward, right? But you can try to recoup what you've already lost. And it's a very, very valuable thing. And I encourage you all to try to pay back your sleep debt. But to pay back your sleep debt, you have to pay attention and know how much debt that you're incurring. That's my big 3 things. I was doing them before I got sick. I'll be doing them after I got sick or after I got better now. I'm not looking for a global change. Well, let's not pretend like that's going to happen. But if I can identify the issues and take some small steps to maybe remedy them, I call that a win. All right. So thanks guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'll talk to you soon. Be a 4-shifter.